If you're watching this video, I assume you know how important the compliance of your site or funnel with privacy laws is. And you're looking for an easy way to create a compliant cookie policy and a cookie banner and add them to Clickfunnels 2.0. Look no further. In this video, I will not show you how to copy a random text of a cookie policy from Google and add it to a separate page in Clickfunnels 2.0. I will show you the best cookie policy generator out there, in my opinion of course, how to use it to create a tailored cookie policy and the cookie pop-up that are compliant with different regulations, and how to add them to Clickfunnels 2.0. And all of that is possible with the service called iubenda. We're using it in our business to create legal documents and the cookie solution, and I cannot recommend it enough. But before I show you how to create your cookie policy and add it to Clickfunnels 2.0, I want to point out that everything that I share in this video is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. Now let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is to create your iubenda account. If you use our affiliate link in the description of this video, you will get a 10% discount on your first year at iubenda. You can use iubenda to create not only a cookie policy and a cookie notice, but also a privacy policy, terms and conditions, manage the content database and data processing activities. Now to start creating your cookie policy and the cookie notice, you log into your iubenda account and click Start Generating. And after that we will just follow the steps that we see on the screen, and iubenda will walk us through the whole process. On this step, you need to add the link to your website. And even if it's not finished yet, you can use the option under construction site and just type the name of your site. I will go with the existing site that I already have added to the account. Once you add the link to your site, click Next. Select where you are based or where your business is registered and click Next. Select a language for your documents. As you can see, iubenda offers quite a selection of the languages that you can use, and you can also use multiple languages for your documents. After that, click Next to go to the next step. Now we need to choose where our targeted users are. Let's go with worldwide. Select the option that describes your website best. And after this initial setup, we can start generating our cookie policy and a cookie solution. Let's start with the cookie policy, and it goes along with the privacy policy. That's why we will just use this section. Click Generate Now. There is some information that we need to add to make our cookie policy tailored to our needs and to reflect what services we're using and which services will process the data that we are collecting. And we also will need to add the information about the owner, which is required for the cookie policy. Let's start with the services. To add the service, just click Add a Service. And you can either allow iubenda to scan your website and auto-detect the services that you are using and add them here, or add the services manually by just typing the names here and adding them to your document. Let's add a few services as an example. I will select Google Analytics from the most frequent services here. The services from Meta are also quite popular. And I will also add an active campaign as an example. Then we go to the Owner tab and add some information about the website owner. As you can see in the note here, this information will be shared between your privacy policy, cookie policy, your terms and conditions. But there are some specifics for each document. For example, for our privacy policy, we need to identify the owner, provide contact details about the individual, company, or any other entity responsible for the application or the website. And we also can provide some additional details. If you want to learn more about the information that you need to provide in the Owner tab, click here to learn more, to read the article from iubenda about the owner information. And on top of that, we need to provide our email address. I will quickly fill in these fields, and after that we will proceed. It's not my real contact information, as you may understand. I write something here as an example, but you of course need to provide your real contact information. After that, click Save Changes. So now we added this information that is required for our privacy policy and cookie policy. And what you need to do next is to scroll a bit, go to this section, activate cookie policy, and click this button. I will go with the settings suggested by iubenda, but if you want, you of course can change those options. With that, our cookie policy is ready, but before we add it to Clickfunnels 2.0, let's go ahead and create our cookie notice. And after that, we will add both of them to Clickfunnels 2.0. I will go back to the dashboard here and then go to the cookie solution section. Now we just follow the steps that we see here to generate the cookie banner for our site. This is the information that we pre-filled on the initial setup step. You can either change it if you need or confirm and proceed to the next step. iubenda already suggests us the settings based on the countries that we selected in the previous steps, but of course you can adjust those settings. For example, if you want to disable this section, US state laws, you would need to toggle this off. But before we proceed, I would like to address this notice here. For that, I would click Edit and see the suggestion or warning that iubenda offers us. In this case, in order to comply with the regulations in Denmark and Greece, we also need to enable the controls. After that, we can go back to the settings. Click Confirm and Proceed. On this step, you can change the text and the look of your cookie notification. For example, if you want to change the text or the formatting, you would go to the text section, click Edit, and then you would be able to adjust the text or the look of the text. And of course, you will see all the changes on the right here. You can also change the theme of the cookie notification or even change the colors to ensure that the colors of the cookie banner fit the colors of your website. I will just go with the standard cookie banner here. And on top of that, you can also add your logo. Once you're satisfied with the look of your cookie notice, click Confirm and Proceed. On this step, you can choose if you want to link your own privacy and cookie policy or use the ones that are generated by iubenda. We will go with the documents that we generated with iubenda. Let's start by embedding our cookie policy in Clickfunnels 2.0. Before we do that, you can select between the format that you want to use for your cookie policy. It can be in the form of a widget. You can use a direct link. I can copy it and show you an example. Then it will look like that. Or you can embed the text of the cookie policy in the body of your page. And that's what we are going to do. We go to the cookie policy section, copy this code snippet, and go to Clickfunnels 2.0. I have created an empty page for my cookie policy and we open the editor here, add new section, new row, and look for the custom code element. Click on the element and open the code editor and paste the snippet that we copied in iubenda. After that, close the editor and save the changes. Let's preview the page to see how our cookie policy looks on the page. Using the format that we selected, the text of the cookie policy is shown directly on the page. If you have a link to your cookie policy in the footer of your funnel or of your site, you will just link from that footer to this page with your cookie policy. By the way, if you want to remove this Powered by Clickfunnels badge but don't know how to do it, check out the video by clicking on the card up here. Now let's go ahead and add our cookie notice to Clickfunnels 2.0. I will scroll further to the code snippet of cookie solution, copy it here, and go back to Clickfunnels 2.0. There are a few ways where you can add your cookie notice code in Clickfunnels 2.0. First of all, you can add it to the settings of your site in Clickfunnels 2.0, and in this case, your cookie notice will appear on your site and on all the funnels that you built in Clickfunnels 2.0 in this workspace. If this approach is right for you, then go to the Sites, Overview, go to the Settings, and paste the code snippet that we copied from iubenda in the header code section. Scroll to the bottom and update site. It may take a moment for the changes to take effect, but if we now preview the site, we will see our cookie notice that we set up in iubenda appearing on the side. If you don't want to add the cookie notice to the whole workspace and to all the funnels, then you would need to add the code directly to the funnel where you want your cookie solution to appear. For that, we will delete the code snippet from the site settings. Don't forget to save the changes. And we will go directly to the funnel where we want to add a cookie notice. Then you go to the settings of the funnel and paste the code that we copied at iubenda in the head code section. Scroll to the bottom and update the funnel. After that, we can preview the funnel by clicking on the link here. As you can see, our cookie banner shows up as expected. In addition to displaying a cookie banner, you must also block cookies before consent. And there are a few ways how you can do it. The first option would be to use manual tagging. iubenda has an extensive article explaining how it works and how you can implement it. But in a nutshell, you would make a small change to the code of the scripts that may install cookies and allow privacy controls and cookie solution from iubenda to prevent their execution where consent hasn't yet been given. This article also provides a lot of practical examples for popular services. I will leave the link to this article in the description of this video. And the second option would be to enable automatic blocking by iubenda. And if you want to be on the safe side, you can combine both the automatic blocking and manual tagging. That's it for today. I hope that this video was helpful. Before you go, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to not miss out on the future content. Thank you for watching and see you in the future videos. Bye bye.